Tonight, please look at the handouts with the heading Vishika Sangha. So now today we will identify the entities mentioned in this section. Now the first category is the category of hetus or roots. So there are 6 roots: lobha, dosa, moha, alobha, adosa, amoha. And their corresponding mental states or their corresponding ultimate realities are the same as lobha, dosa, moha, alobha, adosa, amoha. And then there are 7 jnanangas. And the first jnananga is vitaka, and its ultimate reality is also vitaka. And then please turn to this page with the heading Vishika Sangha. It is so there are 7 jnanangas or factors of jhana, and the first one is vitaka, and its ultimate reality is also vitaka. And the second one is vichara, and its ultimate reality is also vichara. And number 3, piti, the same. Ekagata, the same. And number 5, somanasa. Somanasa is, according to ultimate reality, vedana or feeling. Pleasurable feeling. And domanasa, this pleasurable feeling, it is also vedana. And upekha, indifferent feeling, it is also vedana. Now the word upekha is a name for both indifferent feeling and equanimity. So sometimes equanimity is called upekha, and sometimes the indifferent feeling is called upekha. So when it is feeling, it is indifferent feeling or neutral feeling. So here upekha is a neutral feeling. So these 3, number 5, 6 and 7 are actually the cetasika, vedana or feeling. And then 12 maggangas, 12 factors of path. Now the first 8 are the ones that are familiar to you. Number 1, samma ditthi, right view or right understanding. And right view or right understanding is, according to Paramattha Dhamma or ultimate reality, the cetasika amoha. It is called panya also. So panya amoha as a saying. So sammaditthi, the right view is amoha or panya, understanding. And the second one, samma sankappa, right thought, right intention, is the cetasika vitaka. So vitaka is called samma sankappa when it is included in the factors of path. And number 3, samma vaca, right speech, is the same right speech among the cetasikas. And then number 4 is samma kammanta, the same cetasika samma kammanta in the 52 cetasikas. And number 5, samma ajiva, the same samma ajiva cetasika. And number 6 is samma vayama. So vayama means making effort. So it is the cetasika virya, effort or energy. And samma sati is sati. And Samma Samadhi is the Cetasika Ekaggata. So Ekaggata is actually a synonym for Samadhi. Then there are 4 wrong views and so on. So number 9 is Miccha Ditti, wrong view. So Miccha Ditti is the Cetasika Ditti among the 14 unwholesome Cetasikas. And number 10, Miccha Sankappa. It again, it is Vittaka, wrong direction of mind or wrong thought. Number 11, Miccha Vayama, wrong effort is the Cetasika Viriya or effort. And number 12, Miccha Samadhi is again Ekaggata. So, the 12 factors may come to how many Paramattha Dhammas? You don't take the one that is already mentioned. So how many? Okay, let us use our fingers. Amoha, Vittaka, Samma Vaca, Samma Kammanta, Samma Ajiva, Viriya, Sati, Ekaggata, Ditti. Vittaka already taken, right? And Viriya already taken, Ekaggata already taken. So, 9. There are 9 ultimate realities that are called factors of path. And next we come to Indriya or faculties. There are 22 faculties, and you may also look at the book if you want to read English. So here only Pali words are given. So I deliberately used Pali words so that you become familiar with the Pali words. Number 1 is Chakkundariya. That means eye faculty. Eye faculty means Chakku Pasada, eye sensitivity. Now there are 28 material properties, and among them there is what is called eye sensitivity. That means sensitive material particles in the eye. Those sensitive particles in the eyes are called eye sensitivity, and here they are called eye faculty because they have the authority over the seeing function. Number 2, Sotindriya. Sota means ear. So ear faculty. And ear faculty is Sota Pasada, ear sensitivity. And 3, Ghanindriya. Nose faculty is nose sensitivity. 4, Jivindriya. Tongue sensitivity, tongue faculty is tongue sensitivity, and Kayindriya, body faculty, is body sensitivity. Now you remember that body sensitivity resides in the whole of the body except the tip of the hairs and nails. And number 6 is Ikindriya, femininity faculty, being a female. So that is among the 28 material properties, Ikkhibhava, okay, femininity. And number 7, Purishindriya, masculinity faculty, and that is Pumbhava, masculinity. So femininity or masculinity means some marks by which we understand that a person is a male or a female. There are some peculiar ways of doing things between men and women by looking at these peculiar marks, we know that a certain person is a male or a female. That maleness or femaleness is what is called here Purishindriya and Ichindriya. And number 8 is Jivitindriya, life faculty. There are two life faculties. One is mental and the other is material. So among the 52 Cetasikas, there is one Cetasika called Jivitindriya. And also among the 28 material properties, there is one material property called again Jivitindriya. So the life faculty is of two kinds, mental and physical. Mental life faculty maintains and keeps alive the mental state, and material life faculty maintains the material things or matter in our body alive. And number 9 is Manindriya. Now Mana means mind, or here Mana means consciousness or citta. So the Mana, according to Paramattha Dhamma, according to ultimate reality, is the 89 cittas. Then number 10 is Sukhindriya, Sukha, pleasure faculty. This pleasure faculty is the feeling connected with the body. So you hit something by accident, you have pain, and you touch something soft, and you have a good feeling there, and that is called Sukhindriya, pleasure faculty. So it is connected with the body and not in the mind. The one in the mind will come later. And number 11 is Dukhindriya, pain faculty. So you hit yourself and then there is pain. The feeling that arises when you have pain in the body is called Dukhindriya, the pain faculty. And it is among the 52 Cetasikas just feeling or Vedana. And then number 12, Somanasindriya, the joy faculty. This is joy in the mind, happiness in the mind. So it is mental. And number 13 is Domanasindriya, the displeasure faculty. Again, it is a mental feeling. So this is also a feeling. And then number 14, Upekindriya, the equanimity faculty. That means a neutral faculty, neutral feeling faculty. Sometimes the feeling is not pleasurable, not displeasurable, and not pleasure, not pain, but something different from these four. So that feeling is called upekha, or indifferent feeling or neutral feeling. So this upekindriya is the neutral feeling faculty. So it is also the Cetasika Vedana or feeling. So now you see 5 kinds of Vedana here from number 10 to number 14. Now, at the beginning of the 3rd chapter, the manual says that there are five kinds of feelings, and they are pleasure feeling, pain feeling, and so on. And there, the commentary says that the dividing Vedana or feeling into 5 kinds is according to the teaching of the faculties. So, according to the teaching of faculties, Vedana or feeling is divided into 5 kinds. Sometimes Vedana is said to be only 3. Pleasurable, displeasurable, and neutral. Sometimes it is said to be only two, pleasurable and displeasurable. And sometimes it is said to be only one. That is dukkha. Because everything that has a beginning and an end is defined as dukkha. So, one feeling, two feelings, three feelings, five feelings. So, five feelings are according to this teaching of indriya or the faculties. And next, number 15, saddhindriya. Saddha faculty. Saddha means faith or confidence. So it is not blind faith. It is faith with conviction, faith with understanding. So it is the Cetasika Saddha among the 25 beautiful Cetasikas. And number 16 is Viriyendriya. And it is Viriya, energy or effort. And number 17, Sittindriya, mindfulness faculty. And it is Sati or mindfulness Cetasika. And 18, Samadhindriya Ekagata. And number 19, Panyendriya, and it is Amoha, the last of the 52 Cetasikas. We will find these in the coming section also, in the section of the members of enlightenment. And these 5 faculties are important ones when you practice meditation. You may have gone to meditation retreats and you may have heard teachers saying the balancing of the 5 faculties. So we'll come to that later. And number 20 is a long name in Pali as also in English. The faculty, I will know the unknown. So that is, according to ultimate reality, amoha or panya, concomitant with Sotapatti Magga. And number 21, Anyindriya, knowing within the limit of the first Magga. And Anyindriya is amoha again, according to ultimate reality. And that amoha is that which accompanies the Sotapatti Phala, from Sotapatti Phala to Arahata Magga. Sotapatti Phala, Sagadagami Magga, Sagadagami Phala, Anagami Magga, Anagami Phala, and Arahata Phala, altogether 6. So, the amoha or panya, that is concomitant with these 6 types of consciousness, is called Anyindriya. Both number 20 and number 21 belong to the supramundane Cetas. And number 22 is called Anyatavindriya, faculty of one who has known the 4 noble truths, who has the final knowledge. That means an arahant. Arahant is a person who has known what is there to be known, and there is no more to be done for knowing anything. So, Anyatavi means an arahant, and Anyatavindriya means the faculty of an arahant. That means faculty of one who has obtained the final knowledge, or who have known the 4 noble truths. And it is again Cetasika Amoha, the last of the 52 Cetasikas. And here Amoha concomitant with Arahata Phala. Now there are 8 supramundane types of consciousness. Sotapatti Magga, Sotapatti Phala. And Sagadagami Magga, Sagadagami Phala. Anagami Magga, Anagami Phala. And Arahata Magga, arahata phala. The first one is here called the faculty I will know the unknown, and the last one is called the faculty of one who has final knowledge. And the 6 in between are called the faculty of final knowledge, or the faculty of knowledge which knows within the limit of what the Sotapatti Magga knows. So altogether there are 22 faculties. Some of them are material properties and others are mental states. Now number 1 is a material property. 2, material property of mental state. Material property. Number 3, material property. Number 4, material. Number 5, material property. Number 6, material property. Number 7, material property. Number 8, both material and mental. And number 9, mental, let's say mental state, it is theta. And then from number 10 down to number 22, mental states, different cetasikas, Vedana, Sattha, Viriya, Sati, Ekagata, and Amoha or Panya. And next is the category of Bala, strength or power. So there are 9 mentioned in this section. The first one is Saddha Bala, the power of faith or confidence. So power means so strong that it cannot be shaken by the opposites. The second one is Viriya Bala, strength that is Viriya, or the power that is effort. So it is actually a Cetasika Viriya. And number 3, Sati Bala. So it is mindfulness. Number 4, Samadhi Bala, Ekagata or concentration. And number 5, Panya Bala. And it is the Cetasika Amoha. And number 6, Hiri Bala. And it is the Cetasika Hiri. Hiri means shame to do wrong. Ottappa Bala, it is Ottappa, the fear to do wrong. And Ahirika Bala, shamelessness to do wrong. And Anottappa, fearlessness to do wrong. So they are respectively Ahirika and Anottappa Cetasikas. So there are 9 powers and they represent one each of the ultimate realities, and so according to ultimate realities also there are 9 powers. Now next page. Adhipati, predominance, kings. So there are 4 adhipatis as you already know. The first one is Chandadhipati. And it is the Cetasika Chanda, the will to do or the desire to do. And number 2 is Viriyadhipati. So it is effort or energy. It is the Viriya Cetasika. And number 3 is Chittadhipati. That means Chitta or consciousness. And number 4, Vimansadhipati, investigation, predominant, and it is Amoha or Panya. So here Vimansa means not just investigating, but investigating and understanding. So there are 4 predominants and there are 4 corresponding ultimate realities. Chanda, Viriya, Chitta, and Amoha. The last category is category of Ahara, nutrition. The first one is Kabalikara Ahara, edible food. That means food that is eaten. Actually, it is not the food that is eaten, but the nutrition that is contained in the food that is eaten. So that nutriment in the food is called here ahara. Kabbalikara ahara. Kabbala means handful. Now, when we eat with hands. So, we make a handful before we bring it to the mouth. So, that handful is called in Pali Kabbala. So, Kabbalikara means making a handful. That means after making handful we eat it. And so, Kabbalikara comes to mean edible food. Actually, food that is eaten. And in essence, not the food that is eaten, but the nutrition contained in the food that is eaten. And that is what we call ahara. So this is one of the 28 material properties. And number 2 is phassa, contact. Here contact means mental contact, not physical contact. Now when we see something, there is something that is seen, and there are the eyes that see, and then there is the consciousness that also sees. So when these three come together, this contact arises. So contact is not just coming together of three actually. Something that arises out of the coming together of three. Because if we say the contact is just the coming together of three, then contact would not be a separate mental state. It may be some mode of the three coming together. So phassa here, or contact here, means a mental state that arises when the three come together. The three mean the eyes, the object that is seen, and the seeing consciousness. And number 3 is mano sancetana. And this is actually the Cetasika Cetana of volition. So mental volition is one of the aharas. And the last one is vijnana. Vijnana is a synonym for citta, which is translated as consciousness. So there are 4 kinds of nutrition, or 4 kinds of aharas. Actually, the number 2, 3, and 4 are not nutrition in the proper sense of the word, but they are like nutrition. They nurture the feeling, they nurture the mental states, or they produce the rebirth in the future. So they are called ahara. And there are 4 kinds of aharas. And there is a note in the manual given the name clarification. So according to that clarification, we will just read the note here. Now, ekagata and vedana are not jananga in dvipanja vijnana. Now, dvipanja vijnana means, dvi means 2, panja means 5. So 2, 5 consciousness. Vijnana means consciousness. So 2 multiplied by 5 comes 10. So these 10 types of consciousness are called dvipanja vijnana, and they are 2 seeing consciousnesses, 2 hearing, 2 smelling, 2 tasting, and 2 touching consciousnesses among the 89 or 121 types of consciousness. With these 10 chetas, there arise ekagata and vedana. Now you will remember that ekagata and vedana are among the universals. universal cetasikas. That means they arise with every type of consciousness. Although they arise with these 10 types of consciousness, they are not called jhananga there. Now, among the jhanangas, you have seen ekagata and vedana, right? Vitaka, vichara, piti, somanasa, domanasa, ubekha, and ekagata. So, there are 7 jhanangas, right? So among them there are ekagata and vedana. But not every ekagata and vedana are called jhananga. When they arise with pancha vijnana, 10 types of consciousness, they are not called jhananga. Because in order to be jhananga, jhana means contemplating the object closely. So there must be some kind of force, some kind of power there. And without the vitaka, there can be no contemplating closely. And so, ekagata and vedana, that accompanies the 10 types of consciousness, beginning with seeing consciousness, are not called jhananga. And then ekagata is not bala or power in these types of consciousnesses. Again, 10 types of consciousness, and then sampadichana, receiving consciousness, sandirana, investigating consciousness, panchadvara vajana, 5 sense door, adverting consciousness, and vicikiccha, citta accompanied by doubt. So, when ekagata arises with these types of consciousness, it is not called a power. And vitaka, that arises with sampadichana, receiving consciousness, sandirana, investigating consciousness, panchadvara vajana, 5 sense door consciousness, manodvara vajana, mind door consciousness, and hasitupara, smile producing. So, vitaka that arises with these types of consciousness is not called a magganga. Because they are actually rootless types of consciousness, and so they cannot reach the stage of magganga. And then virya is not magganga in manodvara vajana and hasitupara. And ekagata is not magganga in 18 ahituka cetas, rootless consciousness, and vicikiccha ceta. And ekagata is not indriya in vicikiccha ceta. Now, in order to understand this, you have to be familiar with the combination of cetas and cetasikas. If you are new, you go back to in the book, the end of 2nd chapter, and there is a chart. So according to that chart, you can find out which cetasikas and which cetas go together. So the chart is on page 112 and 113. So from that chart, you can find out which cetasikas go with which cetas. And after referring to that chart, and we can have this clarification. So according to that chart, the universal 7 are those that arise with all types of consciousness. And so among them, ekagata and vedana are there, and so they are not called jhananga when they arise with seeing consciousness and so on. So now let us find out how many ultimate realities are taught in this section. If you look at this chart, Nishaka Sangaha 2, you can easily tell. So you look down and you get the states that are treated in this Sangaha, in this section. So there are altogether how many? Panya, Amoha, Virya, Ekagata, and so on. So, how many are there? Yeah. So these 36 ultimate realities are treated in this section. So the first one, Panya. So Panya in this section is among Ketus, right? Because Amoha is Panya. And then it is among the Magganga. So among the Magganga, Panya is called Samma Ditti. And then Indriya, among the faculties, Panya is called Panyindriya. Panya faculty. And among the Bala, powers, it is called Panya Bala. And among the adipati, predominance, it is called Vimansa. Vimansa adipati. So, Panya is included in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories in this section. And Virya, only 4. Virya is among Magganga. So among the Magganga, what is Virya called? Sama Vayama. And then among the Indriyas, it is called Viriyendriya. Among the Bala or powers, it is called Viriya Bala. And among the Adipati, it is called Viriya Adipati. So it is included in 4 categories. And Ekagata or Samadhi, 4. Among the Jhanangas, it is called Ekagata. Among the Maggangas, birth factors, it is called Samma Samadhi. Among the Indriyas, it is called Samadhindriya. Among the Bala, it is called Samadhi Bala 4. And then Sati, mindfulness. Among the Magganga, it is called Samma Sati. Among the Indriyas, it is called Satindriya. Among the Balas, it is called Sati Bala. So it is included in 3. And Chitta, consciousness, also 3. Among the Indriya, Chitta is called what? Mana Indriya. And among the Adipati, it is called Chitta Adipati. And among the Ahara, it is called Vijnanahara. Vijnana Ahara. So you see the different names are used for one and the same thing. Sometimes the word Chitta is used, sometimes Vijnana, sometimes Mana. And then Vedana. Vedana is included in 2 categories. First one in Jhananga. So in the Jhananga, Vedana is what? Somanasa, Domanasa, and Upika. And in Indriya, Vedana is 5. Sukha Indriya, Dukkha Indriya, Somanasa, Domanasa, Upika. So Vedana is included in 2. And Saddha included in 2 again. Among the Indriyas, it is called Saddha Indriya, and among the Bala, it is called Saddha Bala. And then Vitaka is included in 2. Among the Jhanangas, it is called Vitaka, and among the Maggangas, it is called Samma Sankappa. And then the others are included in only one category. Loba is included in the roots, hetus as loba, and dosa and hetus as dosa, moha and hetus as moha, aloba and hetus as aloba, adosa and hetus as adosa. And then vichara is included in jhananga as what? Just vichara. Piti is included in jhananga as piti. And samavacha is included in magganga, 5 factors, as samavacha, samankamanta as samakamanta, sama ajiva as sama ajiva. And then we have ditthi, wrong view. Wrong view is included in the 5 factors as miccha ditthi or wrong view. And hiri, shame, is included in the balas of powers as hiri. And ottappa, fear to do wrong. So ottappa is included in bala as ottappa. And ahirika, shamelessness, is included in power as ahirika, and anottappa, fearlessness, as anottappa. And then chanda, desire to do. Now, chanda is included in just one category, and that is adhipati. So it is called chanda adhipati. And then phassa, or contact. Contact is included in aharas, nutriments, as phassa. And chetana is included in ahara again, as what? Mano sanchetana. So that's a long name. And then jivita, nama, is included among indriyas as jivit indriya. And then we come to the material properties. Chakkupasara, eye sensitivity, is included in the indriyas as chakkundriya, and ear sensitivity as ear faculty, nose sensitivity as nose faculty, tongue sensitivity as tongue faculty, and body sensitivity as body faculty. And then ittibhava, femininity as femininity, and pumbhava, masculinity as masculinity, among the indriyas of faculties. And then jivita rupa, material life faculty. So it is included in just one category, which is indriya. And then ahara is included in just one, which is ahara, edible food or nutrition contained in the food eaten. So this section deals with 36 ultimate realities, and these have different names according to different categories, and Panya has the most names, that is 5 names, and Vidya 4 names, and so on. So this is the second section called mixed categories. So they are called mixed categories because some are wholesome, some are unwholesome, and some are neither wholesome nor unwholesome or indeterminate. Now we go to the next section, which is called Bodhipakkhya Sangha. In the word Bodhipakkhya, The word bodhi means enlightenment or path consciousness. And Pakya is made up of Pakha and Iya. And Pakha means side, S-I-D-E. And Iya denotes belonging. So Bodhipakya means belonging on the side of enlightenment. That means members of enlightenment, constituents of enlightenment. Now in this section, the Paramattha Dhammas or the ultimate realities that are called Bodhipakya only are mentioned. So it is not like the mixed categories. All of them are the members of or on the side of enlightenment, and so they are kusala and indeterminate, neither kusala nor akusala. There are altogether 37 factors of Bodhipakya, 37 members of enlightenment. And they are divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they are divided into 7 categories. And the first category is of Satipatthana. Now Satipatthana means sati that is firmly established. It is translated as foundation of mindfulness. So mindfulness which is firmly established is called Satipatthana. Now Patthana literally means standing firmly or standing after approaching. So that means when you try to be mindful of an object, your mind goes to that object. Your mind goes to that object with force, as it were rushing to the object and staying on that object firmly. So that is what is called Satipatthana. So in order for it to be Satipatthana, it must be firm, that it must hit the object squarely. And there are 4 kinds of Satipatthana. Firmly established mindfulness. And the first one is Kayanupassana Satipatthana. Now Kayanupassana. Kaya means body and Anupassana means repeated observation. Now it is translated as contemplation, but the literal meaning is repeated seeing or repeated observation. So the repeated observation of Kaya is called Kayanupassana. And Kaya here means the physical body and also parts of the physical body or some modes of the physical body. So to be mindful of the physical body, to be mindful of the breath, to be mindful of the positions of the body, to be mindful of the small activities of the body and so on, is called Kayanupassana, Satipatthana. The firmly established mindfulness of repeated observation of body. Now, if you are familiar with the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, you will know that Kayanupassana means mindfulness of the breath, mindfulness of the positions of the body, mindfulness of the small activities of the body, mindfulness of the 32 parts of the body, mindfulness of the 4 essential elements, that is earth element, water element, and so on, and also mindfulness of the condition of the dead body. So all of these are called Kayanupassana, repeated observation of the body, or just contemplation of the body. And here contemplation of the body means just being mindful of the body, of being fully aware of the body. So when you keep your mind on the breath, you are to be really mindful of the breath. When your mind goes to the breath and as it were sinks into the breath, then it is called Satipatthana. And since the breaths are part of the body, the observation is called the Kayanupassana, or contemplation of the body. Actually, it is sati, or mindfulness. And the second is Vedananupassana. Vedana means feeling, and Anupassana means repeated observation or contemplation. Contemplation of the feelings is called Vedananupassana Satipatthana. Again here, contemplation means just mindfulness of the feelings. Mindfulness of different feelings at different times. What is feeling? Is it mental or physical? Both. Now, I differentiate this way. Pain is physical and feeling is mental. Now there is pain in my body. Now when there is pain, material particles in the body has gone wrong. That is why there is pain. If they are functioning well, then I will not feel any pain. But some material properties have gone wrong in my body, and then there is what we call pain. And I experience that pain with my mind. I am aware of that pain. So my awareness of the pain is accompanied by the experience of that pain. And that experience is what is called Vedana. So Vedana is always mental, not physical. But when we teach meditation, we talk about Vedana as though it is a physical thing. So we will say to you, concentrate on the pain and then be mindful of it. Or make mental notes as, say, pain, 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 and so on. So actually, what you are noting when you are practicing Vedananupassana is noting the feeling in your mind, not the pain itself. But since pain and that feeling cannot be separated, we take them as just one. But actually, they are two, and Vedananupassana is the mindfulness of that feeling, which is a mental state, or which is a cetasika. So, being mindful of that cetasika feeling, whether that feeling is painful, or pleasant, or even neutral, then it is called the Vedananupassana. So, Vedana is not in your body. Where is Vedana? In your mind. But that Vedana is the experience of the physical things in your body, like pain, stiffness, numbness, and so on. And so, Vedananupassana, although the word Anupassana is used here, there is the word Satipatthana again, and so Vedananupassana, Satipatthana means the mindfulness of the feelings. And number 3, Chittanupassana, Satipatthana. The Satipatthana, which is repeated observation of citta, repeated observation of consciousness. Now, I don't want to use the word mind here, although many translations use the word mind, the contemplation on mind. But mind may mean both citta and cetasika. But here the Pali word used is citta nupassana. And so it is the contemplation of the citta and not of the cetasikas. And there are different kinds of cittas. The citta that is concentrated, the citta that is distracted, the citta that is accompanied by attachment, the citta that is not accompanied by attachment, and so on. So whenever a citta arises, you are mindful of the citta. Now my citta is with lobha. My citta is without lobha. My citta is distracted, or my citta is concentrated, and so on. So that kind of awareness of your citta, of your consciousness, is called citta nupassana. So citta nupassana is watching one's mind, actually. So mind means consciousness. Since it is the mindfulness, it is just the sati, cetasika sati. And the fourth one is dhamma nupassana satipatthana. Now, dhamma, this word dhamma is very difficult to translate. And it has different meanings in different places. And so, we cannot translate it. Especially here. So I just say dhamma objects. Now, sometimes they use the word mental objects, but that may not be accurate. If mental object means object that is mental, then in the Dhammanupassana there are material properties also. If by mental object you mean object of mind, then everything is object of mind. So it cannot be translated satisfactorily, and so it is better to keep it untranslated and say Dhamma object. So the mindfulness of the Dhamma object is called Dhamma Nupassana. And what are the Dhamma objects? In order to understand it, you have to read the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. So in the section on Dhammanupassana, the 5 hindrances are mentioned, 5 aggregates, and 6 internal and 6 external bases, bojjhangas, factors of enlightenment, and 4 noble truths. These 5 things are mentioned there. The first is the hindrances, and the second, the aggregates of clinging, the third, bases or ayatanas, and the fourth, bojjhangas or factors of enlightenment, and the fifth, the 4 noble truths. So they are all called Dhamma objects. So mindfulness of any one of them is called Dhammanupassana. So suppose you have attachment in your mind, and you are aware of that attachment and you concentrate on that attachment. Then you are doing the Dhammanupassana. Sometimes you are angry while meditating, and then you take that anger as the object of your attention and make notes as anger, anger, anger. Then you are doing the Dhammanupassana. So, Dhammanupassana is wider than the other 3, Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, and Chittanupassana. All of them are just sati. So, one sati is divided here into 4. contemplation of the body, contemplation of feelings, contemplation of consciousness, and contemplation of Dhamma objects. Okay, we'll have a break.